Hey, what's up, guys? What are you doing? A little coffee time? Oh, sorry. Sorry if I sniffle a bit today. Allergies are still pretty aggressive today. So, today we're doing The Godfather. Ooh, actually, hold on. I realized I don't have my playlist. Well, yeah, let's get that up. There it is. Boom. Sexy. All right, here we go. Let's get Firefox up and let's start doing this. Boom, there we go. Firefox up and running. I already know I'm gonna have to do the hold on. Close some windows here. Get back to business. I'm gonna have to do the Pinterest post for this guy. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. And we're just gonna do a modify image. And we're gonna go grab the Godfather. Let's go ahead and test it just in case. You never know when it's broken, so it's always good to test it. Yeah. So sorry that my image flickers. Um, OBS doesn't have a native input for my Canon T7i that I record on, so I'm having to do a live view and then capture off the live view. Um, so that's the reason it's that way. Let's go ahead and deploy it. This is a feature that I'm kind of annoyed with because I've already chosen the cocktail and clearly I want to send it there. But the reason I didn't do that initially was because I was like, ooh, what if I don't? So it was more of a options. But if you forget to select it, it doesn't do it right. So, and then of course, I wish I took me right back to the cocktail. But I don't do that either yet. So let's go check our Pinterest. Oh, it's so pretty. All right. Sweet. All right. Oh, and this one's cool. I like it because it has the multi-image thing going on now. I like that. So I'm excited about that. Let's refresh production. All right, production's good. Yeah, I added this a couple weeks ago. It's an infinite, well, nearly infinite extra image to the cocktail. I think I did a whole thing about it, and the idea being that you could easily go in here and start doing social media with the same post but a different image, because the image is really what's going to engage people, and we just want the same data replicated with just a different image to engage somebody in a new way. So, and you could do not only that, you could do a call to action on it, I guess, on an image, do, some sort of design work on the image. But for our purposes, it really all it was meant was for me to go out to a bar and take a picture, and then be able to add it to like Godfather. That way, in the future, I can add some metadata about where I took it, and so it's cool. And maybe like get some data, like when you hover, I'll do like, oh, this was made with this or that. And anyway, let's see. Let's go ahead and start posting. We'll see if the internet is gonna cooperate with us today. There it is. Come on, baby. All right, here we go. Sweet, let's do it. Love it. By the way, I love a Godfather or Godmother and a French Connection. Any of these are just amazing. I love them. I don't I don't know what you'd call just brandy in amaretto, because a French Connection I think is more cognac. Anyway, so in this case, Godfather is Scotch specifically, and yeah. But you could, in theory, use bourbon or like a Tennessee whiskey or something like that. And yeah, the cool thing is you can really taste the nuance. I think I've talked about this before. You can really kind of get into it and taste like the difference of the amaretto and the difference of the Scotch or whiskey or Irish whiskey or bourbon or rye. And that's where it's really cool. All right. I also have no idea if you can hear like just even a little bit coming out of my headphones. I don't really do a great job of covering that up. It sure does look like it comes across in the background. No big deal. Let's load up our Pinterest. All right, here we go. Yeah, it's thinking. Sorry. Again, I wish it. I wish it picked up the secondary. Um, it'll come to me. The secondary window that Pinterest pops up. Although I got to be honest, it doesn't look great on my monitor that I use for streaming. So, all right, so that's done. Pinterest is done. All right, let's go back to Tumblr. Let's get our Godfather. Let's go ahead and grab our tags. I have no idea if these are actually working. I don't actually use Tumblr. I just like to post to it for no good reason. So it's just a preference. Again, the goal is to learn how to do all these platforms. So if somebody is heavy on one, let's see if it picks up the image. Hopefully. Internet's kind of slow today. There it is. Love it. Let's do it. Post it. Let's do it faster. That is a big part of it, is for me, how fast can I produce these, in the sense of like I'm a human in the loop, like doing it. Ooh, apparently I've got some people interested in hiring me. Aren't I lucky? That's awesome. Yay, you guys. Lucky you. System admin. I've done system administration before. It is not a job where people thank you. I like doing my startup gigs and my freelance gigs, uh, and my like project stuff, because then I'm the sysadmin of the product that I'm creating, and it's true DevOps. It means a lot more when you're the one on the hook. It does not mean a lot all the time when somebody else is calling you complaining, um, because somebody else has made a mistake and now you got to go deal with it. I worked contract work for a long time where 3 in the morning, somebody starts complaining about the fact that the messages aren't coming across, and then you go look and the guys on the other end have changed the format of them, and you're like, what do you want me to do? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. You're going to call those guys? And they're like, no. So, and of course you've been there for 3-4 hours, and yeah, it's like 2-3 in the morning, and they just keep pushing you. Yeah. And there's just no winning, I assure you. All right. So I haven't seen Yumly actually work yet. I'm still unconvinced about it. Uh, Here, we can go see view the recipe box. I'm still unconvinced of it. Everybody else seems to be perfectly fine with my metadata, and Yumly, no, they get the F. They get a total F. Their recipes, I think they try and cross correlate them with actual ingredients that they store, but from what I'm reading, it's problematic at best, and you're kind of screwed if you don't use their ingredient set, which is, I have to be perfectly honest, that's really hard to do when you're doing cocktails, because the spirit liquor mixer world is so disjointed that it's hard to really get it to go over correctly. Anyway, that's that. All right, so can you tell I'm not thrilled about it? All right, so I think I got them all. Yum lemon mix. Yeah, I think I got them all. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do our design tool so we can upload to Insta. It's all about the gram. All right, here we go. Got the design tool. Let's go ahead and start loading in our pics. Ooh, Just kidding, guys. I think I have to, hold on. I got to fire up my external drive on this one. Sorry about that. I was unprepared. That's pretty much like me. Yeah. So, yeah, I've got a lot of crazy lighting going on. I'm keep trying new lighting each time. We'll see if I ever get it right. Come on. Sorry, I'm loading it up. The hard drive's connected, and now I'm just going through and finding the pictures. And then we're gonna do that guy. And then we're gonna do some copy and paste. Center it so we know where it is. And then drag it down. I'm sorry, this must be pretty boring. It's pretty much the same live stream every week or every day, I guess. I'm getting close to every day now. Um, and but this is it. This is the job at hand right now, man. Um, there's not a lot more to it in terms of I've already done like the like meaningful work of getting the picture shot and getting it in the format I want it, and then this is the grind, guys. This is the grind. Oh, I'm gonna leave that as is. You don't get that too often. Um, yeah, this is it, guys. This is the grind. This is uh, this is how you make it. But I don't mind doing this because it is pretty. I'm gonna say repetitive. So I don't mind the repetition of it daily. It just means I'm like figuring out how I could optimize it at some point. Man, this one's being different. That's what I get for the last one. It worked perfect. This one, it's going to take me a little bit of effort. We're going to have it bleed over. Nope, we're not. We're going to be perfect. Um, yeah, it's, the repetition seems annoying, I'm sure, especially from the perspective of a viewer. But this is how I find out how to optimize. Like, this is pretty optimized in terms of, ooh, is that going to be 425? It's pretty optimized in the sense of I've been doing it and I can do it pretty quick. And so now it's just bang it out time. I'm going to guess and say it's 750. Ooh, I'm a little off. Let's go 800. Love it. Love it. Look at that. Instagram, this one, 1080 by 1350 Instagram. This one, I would definitely consider keeping it within the bleed lines for sure. Instagram makes your life difficult. All right, let's go hide our bleed lines. I'm excited. I'm lining up some people for a new podcast series we're doing. I already I've already finished one and it's edited, and I just will have to push it up for final approval, and then we can post it. And we got the article going through. Okay, now I'm gonna do an export, and I'm lining up some. So that was a distillery in the UK. They're actually a fruit farm in the UK. Um, that I'm now that they now produced apricot and plum liqueur. They basically ran into the problem of they sometimes had excess fruit, so they would get rid of 90% of it, but then they had like a 10% leftover, and they were trying to figure out how to utilize it. And when you do these kind of farms, their 10% is a lot. They talk in tons. Um, and and so they decided to make some really high-end plum and apricot liqueur, and it's delicious. and and I did an interview with one of their directors, and she was amazing. Sorry, just doing two things at once. And so I asked her if she'd do a recording. We did a recording. It was awesome. I'm trying to get a guy in Miami, in a rum distillery in Miami, to do it. And then I've got a home bartender that I'm lining up in Boston area to do it. And then hopefully I've got a buddy who was like big into home bartending. I did a couple pop-up restaurants where he did the cocktails. Love them. Trying to get him lined up to do a podcast series with him, or a podcast episode in the series with him as well. All right. So let's go ahead and close that. Let's pull up our Insta, and then we'll go up behind the scenes. I'm just going to go grab the text to do our post. And then we're going to go ahead and let's add we don't want Ginger and Lish anymore. We want to do Godfather, please. Sorry, behind the scenes again, Finder. I'm doing all the work. Here we go. Next. Let's post it. And double check it. Double check it. Still looks okay. Yeah, I love it. All right. I'm going to say, again, Regensburg. Although I think I worked on this one in Fort Lauderdale, Miami. But we'll say Regensburg because that's where we are today. And we're going to do a share. And then let's go see our post. And then boop. Love it. Love it. All right. See you guys. We're loading them up. They look great. They look great. Love it. All right. And that's pretty much it, guys. Have a good one.